personality will be thought of as your psychological fingerprint. Most psychologists agree that everyone's personality is a cocktail of just 5 key traits: openness, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. We share them all, but to differing degrees. So what's your special blend? This is your result from the personality survey. Openness measures our artistic sensitivity and our desire for novel experiences. Conscientiousness reflects how well we plan and exhibit self-control. Extraversion is linked to positive emotions and energy. It also measures our desire for social stimulation. Agreeableness indicates how much we care about the feelings of others and how much we trust them. Neuroticism is linked to how we perceive threats and how we manage negative emotions like stress, anxiety, and fear. Now let's take a deeper look at your most interesting traits. You scored high for conscientiousness. It's likely your colleagues would describe you as organized, reliable, self-controlled, hard-working, and rule-abiding, with high aspirations. You tend to be a good planner who really gets distracted and always follows through. You are an employer's dream. So what makes you so conscientious? Certainly an area of the brain known as the prefrontal cortex is involved. When this area suffers damage, a previously conscientious person can turn into a very impulsive one. We get a lot of information about the brain and personality from people who've had strokes. One reliable worker at a car plant suffered a stroke that damaged his prefrontal cortex. When he returned to work, he struggled with punctuality and developed an unfortunate habit of driving new cars from the factory to his home where he just abandoned them. Now let's hear from some well-known figures about their own degree of conscientiousness.
Conscientiousness is a very tricky and difficult thing to measure because I actually do have a slogan, which is if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing badly.
I think I am a hard worker. I think I'm probably more of a perspiration than inspiration type of person. Not that, you know, I'm particularly sweaty, because I'm not.
I think my dad is extremely conscious. I think my mum is the opposite, and I think I might have inherited both. I'm quite spontaneous, but I'm quite badly organised, but not terribly badly organised. Like, I will get something done, but I'll probably leave it till the last minute.
I'm not always conscientious. I mean, you know, like everybody, I take the shortcuts if I have to, or I'm short of time, or I will take the shortcuts. But if it really matters, I will go all out and do it.
I like to think my lack of conscientiousness is actually intelligent thought about where one can best and most efficiently be deploying one's efforts.
Now we'll explore another of your traits. You scored high in extraversion. But what does this mean? It's likely you're perceived as gregarious, expressive, energetic, someone who enjoys socializing and is quick to form new friendships. Your get up and go means you're more likely to be a natural leader. Extroverts feel more joy, desire and excitement as well as enthusiasm than introverts when tempted with pictures of money, food and sex. Brain studies suggest that extroverts get a bigger hit from these stimuli than introverts. It's no surprise then that extroverts tend to earn more than introverts. Bonkers. But it also explains why extroverts are more prone to thrill-seeking. Extroverts are more likely to be traffic offenders because they have a tendency to engage in risky activities. Now let's hear from some well-known figures about their own take on extraversion.
Because of my job, I've ended up doing crazy stuff, like jumping out of planes and all that kind of business. And the more I do it, the more I'm enjoying it. I'm kind of discovering I'm a bit of a risk taker, which is quite interesting.
Being an extrovert perceives, some people may perceive me as a show-off. style over substance, and that somehow being less extrovert implies a more serious personality, and therefore, you know, a better person, a better scientist. You can think deeper thoughts if you're not going off and being a media tart in front of camera.
I think that medium rating on the extraversion scale is picking up this this mix that I am. It's not that I'm all medium, it's that there are occasions on which I'm painfully shy, and other occasions where I really know what I'm doing, feel very comfortable, and in which I can be as extrovert as anybody else. And I think that's probably a mix of two extremes that averages out at medium, because I don't think I'm a very medium person.
I'd imagine, I'd say that I was an introvert. I live with extroverts. I kind of know what they need, what their demands are. I don't really need very much attention. I kind of quite like my own company. I do feel like I'm quite shy, so I'd imagine that I'm not very much of an extrovert, and I'm quite an introvert. I'm really kind of comfortable in my own skin and happy just being on my own.
Yeah, I am an extrovert. You can't, you know, I'm loud. Yeah.
To find out more about your other personality traits, follow the links on the web page once this video has finished. Your profile will be analysed together with all those across the UK. The results will be broadcast in a special series of Child of Our Time in spring 2010.